Hey guys, welcome back to Geeks Wargaming. This time I thought I'd take the opportunity to show you around the list that I'm going to be taking to the Last Chance Open. So I've decided to take my Astra Militarum with me this time around, and that's really just because of how it's played out in some of the recent battles that I've had. It does seem that Astra Militarum is a force to be reckoned with, which is music to my ears, of course, particularly because they're very vehicle heavy, particularly the way I play them, and vehicles obviously seem to be really tough in this edition. So I'm taking my guard, I'm taking a lot of tanks with me. It isn't necessarily a power gamer list. You probably know already that's not really what I'm about. It is very much an army with a theme, and that is a mechanised infantry theme. So every troop choice in my army has at least the option to hop into a vehicle, and it's very tank heavy. I'm not taking any flyers. I'm not taking anything to target flyers, which I might regret. I don't know what the meta is going to look like. You've probably seen Richard's video already where Richard's showing you around his army. I know he's got a lot of flyers. I'm hoping I don't draw him like I did last year, because that might be a bit of a challenge for the list that I've taken. But, you know, we'll see. It's a learning curve. I'm not a tournament player as a regular basis, so it's all new. It's all learning for me. But I wanted to take an army that I felt comfortable positioning, and one that I just think is nice and kind of fluffy, but yet still has a competitive edge. One of the concessions I've made to being competitive is that I've added a second Leman Russ Punisher in, so that's really because of how effective the Punisher has been in some recent battle reports, so go check those out on the channel. The Punisher cannon is a 20-shot weapon, which in itself is brilliant, but then thanks to grinding advance, if you're stationary or near stationary, then you can be firing twice, so that's a lot of dice. So I'm going to take an extra Punisher, and the way I'm going to split my force out is I've got a Battalion detachment, and then I've got a Spearhead detachment, and both of those are going to be headed up by tank commanders. I'm going to take Pask in the Battalion, and then just a regular line tank commander in the Spearhead, and they're both going to have Leman Russ Punishers, because obviously there's high ballistic skill, so there's more chance of those extra shots hitting. There's some pretty beefy orders that go alongside those as well, so I'm hoping it's a combination that's going to work, but obviously we'll see how it pans out. So first of all, let's go take a look at the 2,000 points that I'm bringing along. Okay, so first up I've got my Battalion detachment, and the Warlord in that detachment is Knight Commander Pask in a Leman Russ Punisher. You might notice that there's no turret on here at the moment. Well, it's a last minute switch to a Punisher, and I don't actually have a turret for it yet, so I've ordered one. I'm hoping it arrives in time for me to build it, paint it and get it on top of that tank, or it's going to be interesting. Now the second HQ choice in that battalion is going to be a company commander, and he's accompanied by a squad of elites with a plasma gun embedded into that squad. And then when we move on to troops, we've got one squad, two squads, three squads of guardsmen, each with a melter gun embedded into that squad. And they've all got a Chimera as a dedicated transport choice, as has the company commander and his attendant command squad as well. Now one of those has got a heavy flamer upgrade on it as well, that one just there, just to add a bit of variety, I guess. Then I've got a veteran squad, so I've got a Chimera again with a heavy flamer, and then we've got a vet squad that's got 3 melt guns in that squad. And then in the heavy support section, I've got a standard Leman Russ with a las cannon in the hull, and heavy bolter sponsons, and a heavy stubber on the top there, just to add that little bit of anti-infantry punch. So if we move on to the Spearhead detachment, then first of all we've got a tank commander again as the HQ choice in a Leman Russ Punisher again. So hopefully that's what Pask is going to look like if that tank turret turns up in time. And that's got 3 heavy bolters, 1 in the hull and then 2 sponsons. And then there's 3 heavy support choices to bolster that Spearhead. The first of those being a Leman Russ Annihilator. So that's 2 las cannons in the turret and 1 in the hull. Very much orientated towards monster killers and obviously attacking armour. And then we've got an Executioner, again with 3 heavy bolters, 1 in the hull and then the sponsons. And we've got a stock Leman Russ in the urban camouflage here with a las cannon in the hull and then the heavy bolter sponsons as well. So if you add those two detachments together, then you get 2,000 points. Bang on the nail, actually. So I'm maximising the use of those points and just hoping there's enough armour there to weather out the storm of no doubt some pretty nasty lists that I'm going to be facing at the LCO. Okay, there you go. So there's the 2k that I'm bringing to the party. I'm really interested to find out what you guys think. To be honest, it's kind of too late to make any changes now, so by all means make your predictions in the comments, let me know what you think, but I'm not really going to be able to change anything now. I'm kind of committed to the list that I've got. I hope it pans out well. Obviously keep an eye on the channel, we'll be putting out some videos there letting you know how it goes, and fingers crossed it's at least reasonably successful for me and I don't regret not bringing some flyers along. Anyway, that's enough for now. Thanks very much indeed for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see how this army pans out in the Last Chance Open and obviously in future battles. And yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you on the next one.